One Step Ahead, episode 17 with Adam and Kay. Enjoy.
For real.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Not our typical Tuesday show. We delayed a little bit because we knew there'd be a lot to talk about today, as what went on in the past few days between team builders and TVPs going away, and we got Combine out today, and just craziness going on. Season 4 days away. We'll see. We're on like a time watch here, I think, to see how long TVPs stay away. Please, forever, at least until Easter. But we've got lots to talk about today. Welcome on in, as usual, the gorgeous guest that we have on here, the co-host of the show here. Adam, sir, how are we?
Good. Tired, but good, man. I mean, like honestly, I've actually had things to do in Madden the last couple of days, so it's been nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right on. Yeah.
Prepping,
Yeah.
making some coins, actually getting rid of the stuff in the binder that I've been procrastinating on
Right.
for the last month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of worked out.
Yeah.
But other than
Yeah.
that, like, I'm good.
I do have a large complaint about clearing out the binder, though. Those stupid sets, the 87 team builder sets were so profitable yesterday, but I wanted to chuck my Xbox out the freaking window, bro. I cannot handle it, dude. Yeah, so many 84s, and it's 2 packs per 84.
It's 2 packs. You have to.
Oh my god,
I did those.
So mad.
I know.
Tuesday night. 155 84 team builder packs. I had to go through that. It actually took me an hour and 15 minutes to open them all.
Yeah.
I sat there,
Awful. I'll save my rage for the rest of the show. We'll have plenty else to get mad about. But Joe, buddy, how have you been, sir? It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of like get back into things. But I would say I've just been mentally checked out of Madden the past two weeks or so. Like I've been playing, but I haven't been really playing. Like I haven't been really like looking at the market in detail because there's just been nothing to do. It's just been LTDs. Right.
So
now, starting earlier in this week with team builders, it was great. I love when old content is used for new content. You get so many opportunities when it comes to binder clearing. Packs become now decent with those, and now a TVP is going away. There's a little bit. This is the weirdest TVP removal because we didn't get an odds boost with it. So like, there's not even really supply on the market right now. So it's a really weird time, but I'm excited. Like for the next week and next few weeks going into Easter, there's going to be actually hopefully a lot of opportunity. If they keep TVPs out of the store, but we'll wait and see. It's a mystery. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
My biggest thing, sorry, I'll let me cut you off for 1 second. My biggest thing is why limit packs? Stop with the limiting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not liking that because the market could go way further down if there's not limit.
Right. I wonder if that's by design. Let's start off with the Combine program first before we dive into some of the other topics that I know people want to hear. So new Combine program. The players look really good. Right, I'm actually so impressed with some. We got Leon Sandcastle back. We got CJ2K back. I was literally like a little kid. Yes, I was like, oh my god, they really did it. Like I didn't think we were ever going to get this again. We finally got it back. He did get stupid Chiefs chems, so that sucks. But just kidding. Everybody else though, like I don't know. Even like Mario Williams, I'm like, yo, this is actually kind of like some good players, like guys that I actually like.
CJ2K.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like the
Leo.
legend side has been a little dry lately, right? It's been a while since we got some weekly UL legends.
That's because last week for the last Gridiron Guardian, they didn't give us any legends.
Right.
The last week, right? Yeah. So it feels like it's been stale. We feel like we haven't got legends in a long time.
Right. Because even the AKA are all current guys. It was kind of nice. Like, okay, there's options here. There's upgrades here for everybody. But so then I go into the store. I said I just got home from work. I'm literally just logging in now, and chat was already kind of getting. I'm like, have fun with your 12 packs and 19k rerolls. I'm like, wait, what? And then I go check the store, and sure enough, for a brand new program in the game, you are limited to 12 packs. I don't. Can you guys shed some I need someone to play devil's advocate and try to explain this to my brain because I do not comprehend the purpose of having to limit coin packs. This seems kind of shady to me.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. But again, is it their way of not making the market completely tank because they haven't figured out, like, because whenever TVPs are not there, the market completely tanks out. Is that their way of trying to limit the crash? It takes away a lot. I don't even know if it's about buying bundles either. I think they just want to limit the crash because there's nothing. You can't buy any pack in the store but and be somewhat profitable right now.
Yeah, it's not even like the packs you're gonna make coins off the packs either. That's like the weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah,
Like coin packs. Like I would be more understanding if like they limited the rerules. They'd be like, okay, that's EA being EA, but like coin packs is weird because those aren't gonna be. I mean,
For almost a
It's
guaranteed
just
loss,
odd.
right? Like,
it's just odd.
yeah.
Like, the only thing is
Get
maybe
more
it's
of
like there's two parts in a span of 3 days, but I mean,
Maybe
what, the only other packs, I mean, Ultimate Legends is like that, weekly wildcards like that, but AKAs aren't, and last 2 weeks Gridiron Guardians weren't like that either. So
right.
it's very
It
weird.
just seems weird. I think that the only logical, I think Adam probably hit the nail on the head. That's the only logical answer. I know we can go off on how EA is the evil empire and everything they do is try to separate you from your wallet. But to try to play devil's advocate and find a logical reason why this may have been, I think to avoid a massive, massive crash is the only kind of plausible answer, because I think they've become aware that when the market crashes, everyone's going to get rich. Right. I know people hate it when it happens, right? But let's be honest though, the market's already down to under 2, right? Or 2, it's on down to under 2. If this was unlimited packs, I know that yesterday, I know I made 8 million coins. I'm sure you guys made a boatload of stupid coins. I'm sure everybody in the chat made at least 3 to 8 million coins. Yep. I would then in turn probably throw 5 million coins at stupid, terrible packs today, right? And the market would be under 1 by now. It's 6:42 p.m. The market would be under 1 training per if packs were unlimited, and it would be done and over with. Everyone's flooded right now. So like, hey, we need to pump the brakes on this, and kind of put a halt to it.
The only thing I'm thinking of why they limited it to 12, it is an expensive pack. It's 108K. And all the expensive packs, like there was an expensive pack in the Super Bowl promo. It was what, 83 to something K?
Yeah.
83K. Right. That was limited. There was a Gridiron Guardians pack that was 200K. That was limited to 10. That is my only thought process is why they would limit it. Is it's expensive, but then why not have a normal pack that they do with the other promos? It's like 50K or 60K.
Right.
That's
is it expensive? I didn't even look.
It's 108K. So it's an expensive
that is
pack.
Gross. Yeah, that is gross.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It gives out 290. So like they just have one that's 50K or whatever. They give out 190 to be unlimited, but that's like my only thing compared to other expensive packs. They're all limited.
And the thing that going off of what you just said, Joe, like if it's like they limited these, it's and what Kay said, like if it is to avoid a huge market crash, maybe they're not going to bring back TVPs for a little bit, and they want to avoid it as much as possible because they know once Team of the Year comes around, they want to keep it at least somewhat. Yeah,
so the thing is, we'll talk Team of the Year, but Team of the Year is going to make it's going to make training go up, makes training go up every single year. So we always say that we don't really need to, but like we really don't need TVPs for Team of the Year. The training will spike for that like first 4 or 5 days when Team of the Year is out, and then my whole TVP theory was I think they're just going to bring it back sometime around Easter, just like they did for Zero Chill. I think that would make most sense. And it's along that like the one thing that I was like kind of going back to like, it was like, it's going to be the Saturday. They're taking about Thursday, bring back to Saturday. Is that going back to like all the TVPs, we haven't ever gotten like a long duration TVP. Oh, my internet just dropped. We're good. A long duration TVP, and then just right after that, another long duration. We usually get a long duration break after we get the long duration TVP, and it was only because we got the TVP on Saturday. We got the 5-day TVP right before that, and I don't even know if that was actually planned at all. Like that was the weirdest TVP. It was the best TVP ever, but it was a weird TVP for 5 days, and then they went to the 20-day one right after. So, like for example, when they did the Zero Chill was all through December, early January. We took a 3-week break up from early January till we got the next TVP, which was January, I think like 26th or something like that, somewhere around there, like the 19th or whatever. We took a 2-3 week break. So it's not like we've seen this year out of all the TVPs that it's gone like, okay, we have for 3 weeks, we take a small 3 to 4 day break. We have another for 3 weeks. It's usually, if we get that long duration TVP, we usually get a decent chunk break in between the next thing.
Well, the last one was the only time we've had them kind of short turned, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Brady one was weird. Like that seemed like that TVP came out strictly for Brady, right? Because otherwise there was no way to get him. So that was like throwing you a bone a little bit. Like here's this 2 million coin card that was impossible to pull anyway. And then they went away for 3 days and then came right back. I concur. I think we'd be surprised if this weekend. Easter sounds right. Easter's close. Easter's a month away, 5 weeks away for Easter. April 9th. So back that up for a 3-week program. We've got 2 weeks left. That seems to me like Team of the Year and maybe Diamonds.
I was told the same exact thing. That keeps the market up.
Right.
Yep. We'll see too. When they usually do the seasonal, remember the seasonal blog drops? They usually drop the big content we're gonna get. Remember how we got the weekly wildcards in the 8th week class, and that I'm sure next Thursday in the blog we will probably see Team of the Year. I'm guessing Team Diamonds 2 will probably be a logo in there. I'm guessing maybe like Team Champions or the current players. That will probably be like the two big content drops.
All Madden, probably another.
Maybe all Madden 4.
Yeah.
100%.
We need that. We need that other set, right? We need that once you finish your Gronk and Dion. And
no, we don't. We don't. We have all the. It's supposed
to.
We
have all. Yeah, but I meant like I feel like the next that's gonna.
It drops with.
Oh right.
Gotcha, yeah, with like the all Madden maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be next week. Yeah. I want to change gears real fast.
Go for it.
And let's bring up a different topic. One that I get asked 30 times a day. When do you sell your team? I've changed. I want to start. I've changed my answer.
I'll go take a nap.
Right. I kept telling people to. I know. I kept telling people. I don't. Right. You guys do whatever you want. I don't.
Yeah.
Ever. My starting lineup stays. But from now on, my ingrained pinned answer is right now. Right now. Literally right now. Right? The answer is right now because everything in your binder, every day that you own it, it goes down in value. Right? Yeah. When do you buy it back? That part I don't care. You're going to ask me when you sell your team. The answer will always be yesterday. Okay? It'll forever always be yesterday. The value of your team will always go down. Sometimes it'll go up, right? Sometimes you can buy it back and make some coins back. Other times, TVPs could still very well come back tomorrow. They could announce it in 13 minutes, right? In 13 minutes, they could announce it back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just, there are so many, my whole point to that, it's not just to be a jerk, which I typically just do. It is, there are so many other safer ways for you to make coins rather than leveraging your entire starting lineup and then you have nothing to do. Right? So unless you're going to take a 3-4 week break from the game, leave your starting lineup where it is. If you I don't use linebackers, right? If I have a 97 linebacker, get rid of him. If he doesn't see the field, toss him out. You want to get rid of your starting quarterback, your starting running back, 2 of your wide receivers, and your 3 safeties? That's a terrible idea, right? Forever and always, that's a bad idea. Unless you plan on not playing for 3 weeks just in case you get screwed over and prices go up.
I would always hold on to my team in previous Madden. This was the first year, and it's just with TVPs. It's the only reason why I try to, because like it is a big. I try to warn people. It's like, yeah, you can. Your decision is your decision. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you that when TVPs go away and the market eventually settles, like it's just how it's EA's market, man. Your team could lose a lot of value. That's the only reason. It's like almost mini. Like a lot of people like to sell their team for blitz. Like that's how I compare it to when TVPs go away. It's like, the market's going to tank. It's like in past Maddens, I would always just hold on to my team. Throughout the entire year, I would never sell my team. But this year, I have other reasons why I sell my team for the most part. Like once you get a good amount of coins, you don't really need to do it. But it's more though for, I think the most important people that sell their teams are the ones that are like just getting not started. Because when they have a full team of training discard cards, and training gets cut in half and their team gets like cut in half in value, that's like, it hurts, man. It hurts. I just wish, man, screw TVP. So it's they're the only reason this happens.
Right.
Screw TVP. I'd rather just have a slow drop.
So my theory on it, right, is even like, so the majority of your team, I feel like is be made up of 96s and 97s, right?
Yeah.
So let's just backtrack here 2 weeks, right? Let's go in a little, let's bear with me here for a little experiment, okay? So 2 weeks ago, right, is February, let's say 19th, 18th, right? 96s are 425,000, right? Between now and just a week ago, 425 that went down to 290, back up to 350, stayed at 350, went up to 360, back down to 320, back down to 400, and right now at 365.
Yep.
How do you, they're up and down 100K a day, right? So you're trying to time this and buy it back. If you sold it at 290, you have to buy it back now at 70K higher. That's for 96s, right? 97s, same game, right? So let's go back to the same game. February 19th, 440. It goes up to 560 again and back down to 449 and back up to 500. Today, 447. So at what point are you convinced that you're winning on these? Unless you're rocking like a 92, 93 overall squad, leave your starting lineup alone, right? If you're one of these elitists running a 96 plus overall team, riding the wave, I think your best bet. Even going back further, right? 96 is all the way back beginning of February where 320 went up to 400. We're still in that window, right? If I'm not moving out of that 15-20% window, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I tell people the same. I tell people pretty much the same thing. I'm like, I don't really sell my entire team. If I plan on upgrading players that I know are going to get an upgrade, say for example, I know wide receiver are going to be upgraded, they're going to go from 96s to 97s, and I plan on buying a new wide receiver. There, I'll sell a wide receiver when values up. But like, I'm not selling everything. It's like not every position's going to get an upgrade every time.
Right.
Team of the year there will, but
my only counter to that, especially for this one, is team of the year. I think team of the year is going to be a whole entire market resets, especially if they're the first 98s, which it looks like they're going to be.
Yeah.
Having one at every single position. It is. And my other, like, it's not like a counter to the sell your team thing, but like you can't really expect to buy your team back on the. It was a thing that happened last time, so you can't really expect to buy your team back on the first day TVPs get removed. Like, I want to see the prices, and yes, this is the part where like you do have to not have a team for maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So that's like, I mean, that's just a you decision. Like I'm rocking like an L right now. I have my team is just a bunch of LTDs and BNDs pretty much.
Right.
But team of the year is my always like for my sell. I sold like last weekend or whatever for pretty decent prices compared to where they are now. Team of the year has always been my like not last. It's just my target date on when I'm like, okay, I'm now gonna go and buy my team back. So for anyone that's like, doesn't have a team, that's been my date for a hot minute. Also another thing too is that I feel like we didn't see that big of. I mean, we still saw a decent drop, especially from the past 2 days. With training being kind of high for team builders and stuff, but we didn't get an odds boost today at all, which is a little weird. Like it's usually when we get the TVP removal, we get an odds boost. So I guess it probably just wait until like next Thursday, but it's going to be a weird week, a TVP removal, because normally we'd have, we go into Saturday with Ultimate Legends, there'd be an odds boost on those, and those cards would tank in price the first time they had that odds boost, plus with no TVP. Legends last time that happened, I know Michael Irvin went from 1 mil to 600K, Brian Dawkins 900 to 500K, but now going into the Saturday with no odds boost on the UL packs, I don't know. I'm really curious to see like what happens to their price, because they won't have, like their pieces won't have that barrier where they have to be above 2.5. So
right.
We'll see like the supply if they go under that and how much they go under that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird.
It is. It's strange.
A weird week because like it's just there's been typical stuff when the TVP gets removed. Okay, we get an odds boost, we get an overall boost, and like we really start to see stuff like on Saturday that content will drop, then Monday AKAs will drop heavy, Tuesday whatever the Tuesday content will drop, and now with no odds boost, it's gonna be weird, which is why I think team of the year on Thursday, you're going to see like an overall, especially for the high-end meta players, especially because they're going to get replaced. Like every position is going to have now a 98 overall of them. It's gonna be weird. This is an interesting week. It's not I can't really get the word, but unpredictable. This is going to be an unpredictable week because we haven't really seen this scenario play out this year.
Yeah. It's going to be, I think just to like kind of foreshadow how I kind of see things shaking out. Tomorrow, like pretty stagnant, right? Like I'm sure the market will probably stay right around the same, mostly because there's no packs to open.
That's the problem.
Right.
Okay.
No one has any reason to buy anything or sell anything right now, so I'm just kind of hanging out. And then I think Saturday, like if we're down to 2 already across the market, I think we see a big drop off.
Well,
on
again,
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Ultimate Legend packs are also.
They are,
limited.
But there's also part 2 of the combine, so at least now there's 24 packs to open and not 12.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
What do you guys think training goes down to? Like eventually, let's say, because it's gonna go back up for team of the year. Like, what do you guys think training hits its lowest? It'll probably be early next week. Yeah, like Monday,
1.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I think 1.5. I can't really say way more.
Yeah.
I know it's right close to that now, but I can't.
Where it really is, where's it gonna come from? Where's it gonna come from?
That's why I don't know.
I think Monday. I think
AKAs,
Saturday and Monday will be the driving forces. And here's the thing: what I almost wouldn't be surprised of is a Yeah, I mean, they've had one recently, though, but this would be the week for a discounted UL bundle. Before overalls go up, I could see them giving a discounted UL bundle if this is the last 97s, right? And there's gonna be hardly, unless somebody's really good, not much of a reason to buy them for 100 and something thousand coin, or no, they're 50k a piece. I lied, disregard, they're 50k a piece. When they were at like 180 or 160 like last year, it made more sense. At 50k, there's no bundle? Maybe that's what I meant. Sorry, just kind of bundle, because I don't feel like anybody's gonna feel the drive to buy a bundle this weekend.
Especially not with the market so low.
Right, market's low. Unless the cards are really good. We all know Team of the Year is coming next week. Right, so like this is the last shot of 97s. You're like, gross, right? 97s are peasant numbers.
Yeah, that was my only disappointment with Combine, is that them being 97. Something like, dang, they're gonna get replaced really like across the board. Just next Thursday, I wish, but they do have the strat card. We just gotta hope there's no Team of the Year strat card. For that, I hope Combine still.
Someone mentioned that there's gonna be like some kind of Ultimate Legend strat item, because they saw like some, I don't remember who it was, but someone was saying there's gonna be an Ultimate Legend strat item.
Are you for real?
Yeah, they said they saw like the leg or something like that, and it showed like Ultimate Legend. I don't remember who said it, and I don't have the image, but
we'll see. We'll have season 4 will probably get new strat cards. I'm hoping that we get the leg something like that to get am I the only idiot that currently has 100 gold strats and 100 purple strats?
Hey, I'll be honest, I don't have any gold. I don't have gold, but I do have purple ones.
Okay, good.
In my defense, I haven't opened TVPs for about 3 weeks.
You're so not fun anymore, Joe. For being the youngest one here, you're the most boring.
I can't open TVPs, man. To me, they're boring. They're just boring.
I know, but as
I've been losing
pro,
on them. I've been losing so bad on those.
I'm down 20 million coins in the past 3 weeks with these TVPs out. It's absurd. But as a pro just chatting streamer who sits here and just with one hand hits AA up, quick sell, reload, I'm just BSing around while these just open up. And once in a while, like I forget sometimes what I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, limited, and I just keep going.
I pulled one this morning. It was like no like thing on my, like no expression on my face. I was like, oh cool, I've still lost coins opening these. That's
like that's my biggest issue. I pulled the last time I really pulled TVPs was when Sauce and Garrett were back.
I saw you play.
Those were good.
I did pull Sauce. But it's like what I don't know. It's we're neutered to excitement from packs at this point.
Yes, 100%. I think we've also crossed over the bridge where I feel like the entirety of the community has turned their ire towards PvPs.
I mean, but now I'm sure today they're probably complaining that the Combine LTVs are
100%.
It's just like, bro, it has no it has correlation, but it doesn't have correlation because all EA has to do is tune the odds on the Combine reveals. We know they're terrible.
I'm so happy though, but common sense, right? So common sense, right? We don't need TVPs for limits to not be 1.6 million coins. What we need are increased pack odds, right? That's the difference, right? I mean, we had TVPs and Tom Brady said at 2 million coins for 3 weeks.
Their Sauce Gardner was 1.6.
Right.
JJ Watt JJ Watt was in packs he's still in packs right now for 4 days. So 5 days. First day he was 1.31 to 1.4 mil. So it's not like there hasn't been expensive. If the card is really, really good, the card is going to be expensive in TVPs or not TVPs. But it's just depressing how bad. I mean, shoot, if these Combine ones are 2 mil, what are the ULs going to be on Saturday?
Right.
They might be 3.
Oh man.
If they're good enough, the only thing is they're 97s. But they get that UL chem, like if we get that
double UL chem is crazy sauce, bro. If it's an O lineman, I think I might need it. And I'm just gonna throw it out there.
It's gonna be interesting.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the odds boost. So even like yesterday, I pulled 3 limiteds yesterday, right? There's 3 limiteds in packs yesterday. They were all punk ass Kyle Pitts. That 400k one, right? I'm like, can I get someone different, please?
Yeah, and he wasn't even supposed to be in packs. That's the crazy part.
Is though. He is. So what I heard
is he still
90 or 4 days now for all the AKA guys from this week going forward. So it was not a mistake. It was actually designed, and that eludes me to believe that TVPs are staying away if limiteds for no reason are now in packs for twice as long. even though you have less than a 2% chance of ever seeing one in your life.
Okay. Because I got a lot of Kyle Pitts right now, and I was like,
Same.
Yeah, he's
that
still
makes
out there.
sense.
He's still out there. I pulled like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, well, you're useless.
Yeah,
Well,
that makes sense.
well, yeah. Now the problem is like I want to get rid of him before Team of the Year comes out.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of LTD. I have all the, I call them like lottery tickets, all the minimum LTDs. I got like
Right,
Eddie
right.
Jackson,
Yeah.
Zach
Yeah.
Cunningham.
Who knows what's gonna go on?
Dre Greenlaw is, I still have all this in my binder. My deadline for them is like, I don't want to get rid of them by like Sunday. That's like the latest I want to get rid of them by. But I was hoping they would go up a little bit today and like tomorrow
Yeah,
for
same.
people buying back their teams. But I don't know. It seems like people aren't really like buying, like the demand rate for just cards across the board aren't really there.
Yeah.
People are probably just really waiting for Team of the Year, and it's the smart thing to do. So
Yeah,
I don't blame him, but yeah.
And I feel like the combine guys, I mean, them not getting legend chems, also I think adds into the mix, knowing that like we just kind of got flooded today with better legend guys, right? So there's upgrades abound everywhere. Can we go over lessons learned yesterday for team builders?
we haven't really talked about team builders.
Yeah, so I know that next year I have a way bigger plan, because raise your hand if you may have quick sold like, I don't know, 387 team builder players in the past month, and you wanted to throw up yesterday when they were at 100,000 coins a piece.
Remember when everyone was complaining about the what was that card? What was that card? Who was it?
I can't
Neil
remember his name.
Hunter.
Yeah,
Neil
Neil
Hunter.
Hunter.
Everyone had those. They were selling for 65K yesterday. Everyone was so mad that they
Bro,
were pulling 800 to Neil Hunters.
At one point, every 87 overall team builder was 100,000 coins last night.
It was crazy.
That's
Crazy.
insane.
Are they still? I wonder what they're actually still going for. At this
I know
moment.
I was selling Team Builder 84 say for 20K a pop.
So they got to still be 100 then, because it's 4 of them
Yeah.
to build them.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like as long as
That's what they were this morning when I was.
Wow.
streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, people
Crazy.
want to make rates.
Oh my god, there's
Yeah,
actually
they
a
want to make
snipe.
rights, and you're getting 100K a roll. That was literally printing coins, but no one just sat on them.
We just
Right.
sat on them.
So, like, I
Yeah.
know this is looking way out to the future, but like, are we going to take a note of this and kind of remember that next year, exactly how much team builders went up? Because I didn't remember these going up this high last year. They very well may have. I just don't recall that because I have zero long-term
The
memory.
Actual like older team builders or the pieces?
All of
to go
them.
with the team builders?
All of them.
Well, the thing is, this is the first year we've actually had that team affinity thing. We haven't had that
Yeah.
the past few years, so that's probably that's. I mean, that's.
Oh, we didn't?
Their split. No, we haven't.
just had
Yeah,
Team Builders,
Oh.
and
it's
then-
always just been team builders and nothing else.
They
We
added
got
that.
the-
Okay, so
That's
team
why,
affinity
yeah.
is the thing next year, and not just team builders. Like, because
100%.
it was. Oh no, that's right. I think Team Diamonds and Team Builders, weren't they both in that team affinity
They were in the team
set,
champion
but they were
set.
separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But now that we
but
have team
last-
affinity players and champions and tokens, if they
Yeah.
set up again next year, I mean, we're talking insane.
Especially TVPs and those things like those team builders flying out of them. Because I had
Right.
so many. I held them for so long too, and I finally quick sold them for I don't even know what. I think for Brady. I think
Oh,
I
man.
literally quick sold
This
all
was
of them
a.
for
I will say
Brady.
this was an unexpected like team
Yes.
builder 3. We kind of just forgot about it, you know. We kind of just
Yeah.
all forgot about it, and then it popped, and we're like, oh, dang,
Yeah,
I wish
I think it alludes to like with the duration of how long TVPs were out, like how many times I getting team builders, I'm going, oh, gross, quick sell, gross,
Yeah.
quick sell. Like so many, you know what I mean? Just like, I don't care about these anymore. I'm tired of seeing you. It's like
the
that
other
Brett
thing,
Mayer
too-
car in the stupid playoff free rolls. You know what I mean? I'm like, can you stop, please? Just no more
is
of
that
this.
people were 100%, you know, like working to clear their binder going into the TVP being removed. So it was
Right.
really a sneaky timing drop where like they kind of knew that, you know, people's binders weren't going to be
Flooded?
maxed out and maxed out and stuff. But it worked out. I don't know if how much I mean, I barely prepped. Like I bought,
None.
it was, so on Tuesday night, like I knew, the one thing is I will say the overalls have been, it's always evens. Last year was odd numbers you wanted to buy. This year it's evens.
Yeah.
I was investing in 86s, 88s, and 90s. Those 3
I did the
overalls.
exact same thing.
And I like late Tuesday night, I just sat and like for probably 30 minutes, I bought all the 90 overalls under 30K I could. I bought like 50 of
Oh,
them.
nice.
And I also bought some 88s. But that's all I did. But it turned out like if you do the math, it was 5 90s and 3 86s. So it would have been, if you bought for 30K, 150K plus 3 86s were 7K. So it was 170K for a 95 Team Affinity card, and they were selling for 800K in the morning.
Golly.
So I
man.
barely did any prepping. Like normally, like if it was compared to my prepping for Team Builders 2, oh my god! Like
Right.
I think I make because I did the set. I probably did 10 to 15 95 Team Affinity guys, and like you're making 550, 600K a pop off.
Right.
Them. Made a good like 4 or 5 mil. Like it was the easiest thing ever. If I actually would have prepped, it would have made a lot more. Also, I know you guys, we were talking about this earlier. With the Darius Slate coming out, it also inflated the markets like we just talked about of 84 team builders, 87 team affinities, even 88 team builders went up a little bit, and the 92s went up. Now, I didn't really dive into the 88 team builders that much until yesterday. I rinsed all my 84s or all my 82s through 85s. I rinsed them into. I have 13 of them sitting in my unopened packs, but I finally was able to get rid of all my 80 to 81s. I had 600 of them. They were from December.
Right.
They were still from Pro Star Fantasy Packs in December.
Right.
I still had 80 81s.
Yeah.
And since team builders were going, and it wasn't, I didn't even do team builders. It was a process, but I was doing the 87 team affinity sets with every 584 team builder, and it took a while to actually get through all the packs.
Yeah.
But I probably cashed out. I had 500, 600, 80, 81s. I'm down to 4 now in my binder.
Nice.
Cool. I don't know the exact number, but probably like 1 to 2 mil off them. So.
Yeah. Now Team Diamonds are coming out next week, and all our binders are cleared.
Right, 100%. Yes. So, speaking of those, like I did pull last year's sets, and it was 190, 192, 191 to 92 overall, 489 to 90 overalls, 486 to 88 overalls, 580 to 85s, and 675 to 79s.
But we should have higher overalls this year, so
we should, because they got delayed, right?
Yeah.
I don't. It's going to be interesting because I actually probably should go on to.
And sets are expensive this year, period.
Yeah,
if this is for a 98, I expect a 95 to go into this set at some point.
Yeah, because the team of the year sets are really similar to the Team Diamond sets, and they were spaced. Were they spaced? No, they weren't spaced out. Last year they were also like a week. I remember Team Diamond 2 was it was middle January, and then Team Diamond was late January, I think it was.
Yeah.
But going into, and I guess this could kind of start the conversation because we're not. I mean, I guess we're gonna have a podcast next Tuesday, so we can kind of talk about it a little bit there. But it might be too late. I'm not sure. But for Team of the Year prepping, this is to me a really big opportunity. I'm actually going on Madden 22. If you see the lights flashing in my face to see the sets, but I think there's a really good opportunity to buy trade. Now I'm banking, and I'm pretty sure that there's not going to be TVPs on Saturday because of no odds boost. If TVPs do come back on Saturday, they would be for 12K. They can't be for 15K. They have to be for 12K training. And at that point, why would you even take them out of the store? You would just have them extended. That really doesn't make a lot of sense. So buying training on really, you can kind of start Saturday, but I would still probably wait until like Monday, Tuesday. I think that's going to be the 2 best days to buy. And buying certain overalls, because there's also, they're pretty much the Team of the Year sets last year were Team Diamond sets. They required, and as I'm about to get into them, they required I think it was maybe a few 91s.
Yep. 193 to 94, 291 to 92s, 389 to 90s, 487 to 88.
And just kind of like how Team Builders, now it's not going to be a crazy jump because Team Builder 3s, it was 3 90s and you need 90s for the 95s. That's why 90s doubled in price, but even 86s also kind of doubled in price from the morning. But yeah, I'm gonna 93, 94, 90. So it is the same exact concept of they used odd numbers last year for the little blocks in the set. This year I'd probably go with evens. If it's 98s, I'm probably gonna be buying 94s, 92s, 90s, and 88s if I were to prep for these. And hopefully the plan is the best thing you could do is get those overalls for the cheapest training. And that way you kind of have 2 investments in that one, where if training goes up a ton, you could always you have training investments. But also if let's say EA throws as a curveball, does not release Team of the Year rerolls, you also have the set pieces, and they should go up in price as well. So that's like the big thing I'm doing, probably going into this weekend, going to be talking about it, and then really acting out that plan.
And that's been kind of our best play all year, was to kind of double invest, or at least invest from 2 angles to kind of see what goes on, because it's been easy this year, right? So like my target for that for for this anyway is probably going to be 92s.
Yeah, 92s are gigs. They weren't using Team Builder 3s.
Right. Yeah, and they're low enough. Right, they're low enough. For even like last year for the Team Diamond 2s, it was 91, 92. So I'm like, okay, we're going to 98, so maybe 92, 93s, right? Or if it goes even higher, right, and let's say it's 93, 94s, the high overall piece typically isn't the one that jumps the highest, right? Because you only need one of it. It supplies, the demand's not there. You go down one, if you need 4 92s,
Yeah, that's where
that spikes those up, right? So you could see those go from 50 to 90K in a heartbeat again.
Easy.
So I think, I think I'm going to go probably 90 and 92s.
90, 92s probably be,
Yeah. To the safest bet, right? You have the lowest training, you have an easy way out regardless.
90 overalls, you might want to buy on Saturday with the combine pass when they first drop, especially if they're limited supply. Because AKs, they're still 97s, they're going to be 89s and 94s,
right?
And then week wild cards are what 91s and so
91s,
really not
94s.
There won't be a 90 to supply. The best 90 supply day will be Saturday, probably with the combine part 2 for pulling those in the morning. So
you're also getting 91 for Ultimate Legends, right? It's not 90s, it's 91.
Right.
Yeah, there's some 90s.
Right. So to be people rolling the combine stuff again.
Yep.
Which is nice. I mean, they were at 50K last night and they're down to 30 already. And that's just we're 8 hours into the program, right? 9 hours into the program.
Dude, I've been finding 90s for 20K. Easy.
I love it. God, I love it so much.
Super. Yeah, because I was gonna say, if we think training, we'll probably be able to get those for like 17, 18K potentially.
Yeah, eventually.
Remember the last the 2-day stunt where TVPs were out, it was like they started at 3 and it was initially 4 training, then it went down to like 2.5, 2.7 in the middle of the day, and by the end of the day they were down to like 1.8. It's crazy to drop off like every hour.
I want to make a comment real quick. Somebody in the chat just put in a message. It's literally a full-time job just trying to get snipes. No, that is the exact opposite. That means you are trying to buy the wrong stuff. You do not. If you are trying to snipe cards and you're getting 1 out of 30, that tells me that you are sniping the peasant way, right? Bear with me. Don't take offense to this. But you're probably sitting on 90 overall combine program, right? That everybody and their brother's trying to snipe. If you just go 90 overall flat and go position by position, you will find tons that you can grab. If you are on the brand new program, every market genius out there that thinks they know what they're doing will be on the new program, and you will have 3,000 people looking for that 190 at a good price. If you just go to 90s in general, you will find, I assure you, Legends and every other program 90 overall for just as cheap, if not cheaper. Going that way. So if you're struggling on a filter, get out of that filter. That means you're in a bad filter.
And even at that, as long as you're buying at the right time for a decent price, your card will go up enough. You don't really need to snipe. Like, I'm guessing you're trying to get the card probably, 2 to 3K under the lowest bin. As long as you buy at the right time, you really don't you can just buy them up for what they're just standard going for. Their lowest. Like, you can buy the second and third lowest card.
Right. No, not even one big streamer mentions it. I'll have 300 people in chat and I'll be sniping while doing it and I'll still get stuff.
It's not
I can do it
live.
live.
People are the wrong thing. People are literally doing it the wrong thing.
Yeah. And again, that's not to take offense to you. It's just to fill you in that, like, if you're struggling on a filter, just change that filter. Every filter works.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your best overall for me still all year long. Best filter, hands down. It's no secret. There's no little gimmick to it. It's literally just pick an overall and go position by position, filtered by newest. And that's literally hands down the easiest filter all year long. Most profitable. Yeah. But yeah.
No, it's really easy.
Yeah. And like Joe said too, like at this point, for anybody else too, you really don't even have to snipe at this point, right? I think on Saturday, you'll be able to just log into the market, buy things at 1.7 and then sit on it. Like, just buy everything.
Be lazy as possible, seriously.
Right.
Try to be most efficient with your time.
Yeah, it's going to be all quantity. Like, here's the deal. If you buy in the same amount of time, if you can buy 100 cards, right? Let's say 92s, right? Let's just go 90s. Everyone buy 90s. Let's say you buy 100 90s at 20 on Saturday. You will make so much more than if you bought sniping 30 at 17. Right, like that you're saving yourself 3,000 coins and you're going to get a quarter of how many you could buy if you just buy them all at 20.
That's the iJoe way, man. Me just buy in bulk, baby. Go all
Yeah,
out.
that's how I get sick to my stomach when I literally pop into Joe's stream like, oh, Joe's at 140 million, cool, and I come back a half hour later like, Joe's got 60 coins. What the shit just happened?
Gone.
No, we are as efficient, lazy, and we overpay a little bit on certain things, but it's because we buy in bulk.
Right, because
We
you
buy
still
in
win.
bulk. Yep.
Yeah. Win's a win. You'd much rather have if the key is to win on more stuff than less stuff. You're good to go.
That takes too long. The lab, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying the pieces to build the 90. There's just no shot.
The 94.
And he's like, he wants you to buy the lower pieces to get the 90s for cheaper. You know how long that takes?
Like the Super Bowl sets.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl, that was good when you can rip the Super Bowl packs and just build the 90s yesterday. That's what I did and made a ton off of it.
Yeah, but normally the thing is normally the sets are you have to put in a value of more training than the actual 90 overall goes for training. So if you're buying cards at training discard card plus another training discard card plus another one to get another training discard card, your 3 training discard cards valued at more training. It's going to cost more. It's on a math thing. Yeah. If you're putting in 5,000 training worth of cards for a 4,000 training worth of card, at 2 per, you're spending 10,000 to get a card that's only worth 8,000. So. Yeah, and that's just how sets are this year. They haven't really always like that.
Yeah, they're all at a negative value, except for like if you're trading up like the 87, 88 set, right? Like if you pull like the higher overall one, you make like 1,000 training. If you pull the bottom one, you lose a little bit. But those are not worth your time. But like the Super Bowl packs were only worth it because we were quick selling 92s, 94s for training and throwing those into TVPs. Right. It was just fast and easy. I got done, and at one point I'm like, I have 70, 88s. What the hell did I do? How did I do this? And it took me forever to do the stats. I'm like, oh, I messed up. I did way too many. But everything was so expensive that it made it worth your time to do it.
I was in those late last night when I was like, fine, like I was getting to the end of rinsing my binder for 2Ps going away. I was opening. I probably opened 3 mil worth of Super Bowl packs. I was on a heater, man. I was pulling so many 94s. Yeah, it was. Now you just put the 86, 88s, whatever, into the 90s, and kept doing the team affinities. Man, it was fun. It was a little one day excitement and stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's nice to hit a.
I was hoping today we would get an odds boost, and that odds boost would make it to where like a certain pack was like good enough to open and do the same sort of sets, but with no odds boost, it's kind of tough because you're pretty much just opening the same packs, but the cards you're selling are 25-30% cheaper.
Yeah. Not. I don't think we see the odds boost until next Thursday. I think next Thursday should be loaded with stuff.
Oh yeah.
We got team. Oh wow, that's gonna be
season.
Yeah. Can we talk about the new season real? Everything coming on Thursday. I mean. And we made a really good point with everyone's binder being absolutely just bare bones empty right now, bro. When Diamonds comes out, if you can't like load up on some stuff and like, what do you even load up on, right? Outside of these 90-92s, like you're not gonna be able to load up on stuff to just build diamonds.
What we used to do was just all the pack trash we would open when there's not that right now.
It's empty now. TVP's killed. There's no pack trash left. Everyone burned everything for TVPs or yesterday doing team builds, which was still worth it. I'm not saying it wasn't. But Diamond's going to come out and keep your eyes out for like 76s that are at, for some reason, like 300,000.
How many team diamonds to drop like a week? I need a week break in between team of the year. Just give me a 1 week break to let the market go back down to where it was before we were buying the team of the year investments, and then let us buy the team diamond investments. That's not gonna happen, though. Yeah. But even the thing is, we're gonna be buying. I mean, you guys probably did this last year, but like buying training for Easter eggs because Easter eggs, people love Easter eggs. Right. So training went up a shit ton last year too for Easter.
But even there's gonna be a lot of that point. I'm buying training anyway, just to open eggs. So done with
there's gonna be a lot of opportunity. This is why I don't want the TV to come back. Like, just bring it back for Easter. Bring it back for Easter.
I do concur. I think it'll come back with Easter.
You think? I don't know, man. I feel like I know.
I think it has to. It has to, because otherwise, here's my thought process. If it doesn't, everybody out there is gonna have the absolute max number of eggs if there's no other way to suck them out of your binder. Right.
That is true.
And then when they're like, let's say it. This is what I would have wanted before. Let's say they don't come back until after Easter, right? When I open 1,500 eggs and have 4.5 million training to sit there and burn. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like let's just
we actually need TVPs during Easter. Like it's a must because we got to have some value after the eggs.
And
open.
I'm gonna get 1,500 eggs and then not be able to open anymore, right? I'm not gonna be able to buy anymore, so I'm gonna be stuck there just doing TVPs the rest of the time because I'm like, well, I think 15 is my number before I literally crash the game.
Right.
There's one thing about Team Diamonds that someone mentioned in my stream a while ago, and they can't drop Team Diamonds when TVPs are in the game. Otherwise, the sets will be way too expensive.
Right. Yeah.
So there actually is a window where Team Diamonds 2 can only drop when there's no TVPs.
Yes. Yeah. I've been
So
saying that for a while that because Team Diamonds will very often triple the value of things, right? And if we were already at, like, we just had team builders, right? So like yesterday, some things were at 5, right? 5 training. Could you imagine if Diamonds had come out like, you know, the day after and we go from 5 to 50, all of a sudden, you know, 87s are 300,000 coins. The game's over. People are walking away. Just uninstall. I'm done with this. Moving on. There's no way to enjoy that content, right? We get to a point where people are just priced out of the game.
That's probably something then if we see Team Diamonds 2 on the blog next Thursday.
And
TVPs are fair game.
I'm going to assume TVPs are not going to come out at least until Easter because they have to stay out for Team Diamonds 2. Because shoot, what would the prices be of 98 overalls? If TVPs are out, let's say they go up for 15K, that would be the 2 per number. Training would be going for 2.5, 3 per probably on the blog. What would 98 Team Diamonds go for?
How much are they going to quick sell for? Probably like 270, right? 240?
I think we went through the math. We like 240K because 99's quick sell for 350. The jump from 97 to 98 was 160 to 240 would be 80K, and the jump would be 110K. So it was like 240 to 250.
Let's just say 240, right? So you're looking at 2.5,
and then multiply it by 3.
That's still so much.
I think it's still. Well, I mean, it's like 650. 650,000.
That's if they go for trade. They're not going to go for trading discard though.
No.
Yeah,
the Team Diamond first one, you need 34 cards.
Well, and what can we talk about how wild 2.5 training? Here's why I think they have to stay out longer though to let training really get down, so they only go up to 2. Right, 99s right now at 1 million are still only at 2.8 training. 1 million coins for a 99.
Yeah, so what the Team Diamond Master 99 overall if the
it's gonna be like 4 million. It's gonna be like Slay. Slay was like, I sold my Slay for 3.
He'll be like 7 million coins.
I think if they drop it during TVPs, I think it would be 15 to 20 mil. If each of the 98
it only goes to 10, right?
I mean, I don't know, but like if the 98 overall pieces are going for 1 to 1.5 mil and it costs that much to do, it would generate you would have to have 10 to 15 mil to do the sets, like all the sets, and sell the cards as you go.
Right, and then like I think
John Elway was going for 10 mil off rip, and it only cost what it was like 500, 600K to do all the sets, and even at that time, that was also super expensive.
Yeah.
What is it? We didn't have team of the TVPs at that time, did we?
No. It was when was the timeline for this? Were TVPs out at any point before that? I think they were.
We had TVPs early, right? When was the first day we had TVPs? They were out like way early.
It might be lower. Even that might just be Tom Brady. The max to sell Tom Brady for right now is 4.9 million. But that might just be It might just be a card that's out too long. What about maybe a combine player? I could see. I don't know. Well, even that it's been too long.
The most expensive Elway was sold for what? 10 mil, I think it was.
Yeah, 10
was the max.
I think that's the actual max in the game though, coded in. So like, dude, Diamond 98s. There's no way that they. I mean, they're gonna be 8 to 900,000 a piece minimum, right?
Yeah. So TVPs dropped. They were before. Pretty much what happened was TVPs dropped and they were out for that like 20-day sequence, and then right after that, like the week after that, Team Diamonds happened.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
which is like why it kind of like they can't have them during TVP.
Honest to God, after Easter would be perfect.
We'll see.
Yeah.
After Easter, everyone's binders would be flooded with everything, right? Let me get rid of my pack trash and do these god awful Team Diamond sets again. It'll give a reason for the game to not crash after everybody opens up all their eggs, just like team builders save things for a day anyway. Well, they came out on the wrong day. They should have saved team builders for today, to be honest. Would have spiked everything up a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Team Diamond 2's I feel like it has to wait till after Easter, right?
Think so? I would like that. I probably would want to space
Well-
it from Team of the Years. That's like my only thing is I don't
I'm
really
like
want that
looking at like last year. Like March was kind of bare bones. Like we had four drops of backyard ballers.
So back here,
Ooh.
we have a 2 weeks. Easter last year was only 2 weeks, if I remember right.
When does Easter fall on this year? The
April
19th?
9th.
It's the
9th?
9th. Yeah. So if it's a 2-week promo, it would drop on the 23rd, the 30th, and then the 30th. Wait, am I tripping? That's April.
So
The
Easter
30th,
last
the 6th.
year was on the 17th
the
last
9th.
year.
Yeah, it was later last year. So I'm really, really hoping for a 3-week program.
You think so? Like the 23rd, 30th, and 6th.
Yeah.
Man, I really wish I wish we were getting an Easter. What's it called? Field pass. Like not field pass, season.
Oh
Easter
yeah.
season, like
I know
Christmas.
guys were telling me that in the chat. They thought maybe we get an Easter season pass instead of season 4. I'm like, we're still kind of far. I mean, I know it's not till next
Be
week.
exactly
but
a month.
yeah,
Would
it
be,
seems a little.
Because
I
they
don't
would
know.
have to be the rewards would be eggs and stuff. What, you're gonna start dropping eggs on March 9th, a month out from Easter?
I mean, I don't
Well,
hate
hoarding
it.
eggs-
All right, let's be honest. I don't hate it.
We hoarded
Oh.
eggs for
The
a
Zero
month.
Chill Compass was so much fun.
Dude, it was so good. It was
That
so
was great.
good.
Man, I would love
They
it.
should just go from now on. Like I think like moving on for next year, they should just do that stuff. Like get do like a
Whatever the big
Halloween
program
one,
is
do an
that
ultimate
year, yeah,
kickoff one.
right,
Yeah,
100%. I
start with
agree.
it, yeah.
They could still do their seasons, but they need to do is juice the promo field passes.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
promo field passes are just objectives and solos in a level form. There's nothing actually that much better about them than last year.
No.
It's just you get XP, and you just get you get at the end you get a sellable card. That's at the end. But then the other is you just get BNDs that you can't use in sets. That's the same thing as what you get for solo challenges last year.
Right.
And
Yeah, it
it's
is
the same thing you
exactly the
get for
same.
objectives. It's just objectives and solo challenges just put into level form. There's actually nothing.
I never
That's
even
much
did
better
them.
about the
I
map.
never even finished the Super Bowl one.
I would just do them just kind of casually. I wouldn't even attempt to actually specifically complete them.
Yeah,
but as I was playing, I would just
Right.
level up randomly.
I need 2,500. I'm lying. I need 1,500 more points to max out the Super Bowl one. I could literally do just like I need 35 stars in solos, and I cannot bring myself to do it.
This
I'm
is
still
the
level
worst-
41, so
This
I
is
got
the
it.
worst year of
Okay.
solos. This is the worst year of solos, probably. Like I feel like there's no desire to play solos.
No, there's no need
at
to.
all.
There's no
Why?
need to.
I bought
Man,
it.
solos used to be a staple in like the early days of Mud. They
Yeah.
were the best.
Yeah, yeah.
They were the best, and now
Even
it's-
last year, there was, remember, like they would talk about like the stuff they would put in like for the star grinders, right? The guys that had to get every
Oh
star.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
And
For
it-
Easter, they did exclusive, like almost
Right.
AK X Factor cards, or the
Yeah.
Marshall Lane and stuff. But this year, it's just
There's not even
it-
player rewards for house rules anymore, right? Remember, even last year you had to play house rules to get like one of these players.
Yeah, 25 wins or something.
yeah.
Now they
Yeah.
just
Do you
give
remember when
you-
we had that house rules like card that you could get?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it Gronk? No, who was
I
it?
don't
It
know.
was,
I
like,
think
a couple
that there are
years
a
back.
bunch of them, right?
I don't know, like there was like those specific cards that you could get for just playing house rules, and they're like there was like
Yeah,
really really
yeah. That's
good
what we were
ones,
talking about.
too.
Last
Okay,
year there were a
okay,
bunch of them. There may have been one 2 years ago too. They may have when it got first introduced, and then last year it got to the point
Maybe.
where we were like, nah.
Yeah, we want the actual promo card like a 95 that we could put into a set or something. That's what
Right,
we
right.
said last year after.
So speaking of, since we went down the BND path, I'm gonna make a right hand turn here real quick, and talk about rewards.
Yeah.
I hate them. Okay. I'm with everybody else. I can't stand. I hate the BND rewards. I understand why they're there though, right? It's because these little Madden players, the little Madden people, the community sucks. Okay, let's just be honest. The players in the Madden community sucks. And it's every game though. I can't. It's whatever. So they gave the reality of the fact is that they gave BND rewards because people would go out and have 10 alt accounts and go out and do these mindless challenges and get rewards, then trade them all over to one, and they were just farming stuff out. That's why it's called the farm account. You're literally farming all the pieces to give to your main account and then get free stuff. That was against TOS. So instead of banning everybody, they were like, all right, fine, y'all can do that. Now you can't do anything with it though. Right now it's BND.
I only
You
think the
can't
one
trade
that
it.
is, why not just make the card non-sellable, non-tradable? Like
So-
go into sets.
consistent.
No, yeah,
but the problem is because then they can sell back to their own. Once you build the set, you can sell that card.
Yeah, but I mean, shoot, if they want to go, if they want to get only one piece, they have to go buy the other pieces on their farm account. Like,
well, the thing is, they usually give us like 3 or 4 of the set pieces, and only one's auctionable. So, but I have the other option though. My other big master genius plan to fix this. Why don't we get rid of the trade block?
I mean, I think we've talked about this before. We're all like the trade block. You said if you're doing anything on the trade block, you are up to no good.
Yeah.
I've always, I think I had a stream. I was talking about yesterday, bro. EA doesn't want to ban coins. They want to ban the coin bots, like the people that they farm coins on like the websites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to, if they want to ban the players. If they wanted to ban people that traded LTDs over and sold the bot coins, they would. They don't really want to.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff there's issues with, but the trade block really has no purpose other than selling and buying coins. Like there's no purpose in that.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Remember when it was gone for so long? The only people that were complaining about it were the people like the coin buyers and sellers.
Right.
It was at the beginning of the year. Remember they took out the trade block for a little bit.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Listen, other games don't have one. It's not an issue at all, right? MLB is going to drop in 22 days, and I'm super excited.
Just disable the trade block and just be like EA when there's a bug. Like for example, I don't know if you guys still have it. I still have 95 overall legends that are bugged and locked into.
I do not. Thank God.
I still have. I have Bruce Smith and Nick Mangold. They have legend chem on them as their standard card, and I cannot downgrade them to take off their legend chem to sell them. They're still a bug. It's been in the game for 2 months now. They don't acknowledge it. Why don't they shoot the trade block, man? They don't acknowledge half the stuff we bring up. Just disable the trade block and don't say anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
The only time I
trade
used
players if you're making set or coin cards, that's fine.
Yeah. So that was the only time I ever used a trade block was to do that Easter set last year or 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we need that one specific player.
That was it.
Yep. God, I never did so many friggin' trades in my life either. That was horrendous.
So nasty.
Right. Like you would make like 10 offers, like one of you idiots give me this damn card I need.
And there was like discords for it all. Like,
right. Yeah, it was wild, man.
I was like, oh my god.
It was wild.
I brought the Madden community together.
Yeah. What else we got, man? We got that's it, I think. For what we have.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk like more in details, like what we have been and what we're doing, like investing wise for Team of the Year next Tuesday.
Yeah,
that'll be really
like, we'll know more Saturday. Like Saturday's gonna be like a
Saturday's
break, right?
Yeah, Saturday's a big day because that's like you can get the okay. There's no TVPs. Like there's still lingering hope. Like there might be not hope, but there might be TVPs on Saturday.
There's still thought. Yeah, so I'm going in heavy tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go if I can find stuff at 1.5 tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it, even though there's gonna be no packs to open. So I don't anticipate it.
That's probably my number that I would want to target.
I think 1.5 is fair. I can't see it going down much more than 1.5.
Because this was the math that I was going in. Why I love training going into Team of the Year, because you can now this is if they base the Team of the Year content how they've done it in previous years. So there would be the sets, of course, but there would also be a training reroll. Yeah, and the training reroll and how they can't really make the training reroll. It's not like a normal training reroll where it's like you have to get lucky and pull the high card. Like it's gonna be expensive to start. So last year we went through, it was the training reroll was 42,000 training and a 96 overall Team of the Year quicksilver for 37,000 training. So this year, the number that we talked about, it was like, I think they're going to be around 240K. That's going to be a quicksilver for 98 overall. That would probably put the reroll somewhere around, I said like 260, 270, where you would lose. You definitely have to lose a little bit. Otherwise you just roll until you get the card you want exactly. So
yeah,
you have to lose a little bit. And if you take training, right, do 260K times 1.5. And that's going to be the price of a 98 Team of the Year.
Ugh.
It's a little bit over 400K. 400K for a brand new 98 overall at every single position. This is part of the reason why I actually March 9th is like my day to buy back my team. But if 98 Team of the Years, if they go and they stay on that training, like because they have that training reroll in the store, they're gonna be really affordable for their overall. You're gonna be looking at 97s that are now 500K, 550, and there's 98s that could potentially be 450, 500K. You're like, why would I ever buy the 97s when 98s? Yeah, it's 421K.
That's true. That's
Thanks,
true.
man. So, team of the year. That's why I think overall next Thursday it's going to be an entire market reset. If the team of the years have is every position there's going to be, and it's not like it's going to be expensive, right? I mean, no, they're going to be affordable. But then training will go up, so I'm sure they'll be like 500, 600K when they drop. Like, get your training at 1.5, and you can potentially get a bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through right now, and honestly, it's been since the beginning of January since we've had a market reset, and that was the beginning of season 3. Just every overall, right? The beginning of season 3 was really like the last time we had a big drop off. Where like 90s went from 60 down to 40 into the 30s, right? Before that, they had never gone below that.
And that's why the Madden community won't let prices be that cheap. That's the exact reason why you want to buy training going into team of the year. That's why you want it, because it's like we can't see 98 overall team of the year cards at 400, 450K.
Right,
they gotta go open price. And training would have to go up, and that's kind of the
we just did the math. We figured, what did we say about 650 on the low side?
So if I'm telling you, if you could build them for 400, sell them at 650, you're gonna make a nice little chunk of change if you invest like 10, 15 mil coins into it.
It's not a bad.
I'll make back all my coins that I lost.
I mean, I have 94 million right now. I would love to be down to 20.
Yeah.
If I could get down to 20 at 1.5, I'd be pretty stoked. I don't see that happening, but
buying a lot of 92s and 90s.
Right, I'll run out of room in the binder.
My issue is like I want to buy now. I really want to. If I want to buy training in bulk, I gotta kind of buy like 96s. I want to get the even number, but I don't know if 96s are ever gonna get down to 1.5, because that would be what are 96s quick sell for?
110.
110. So what? 1.5.
Yeah, gotta be like 150,000.
Yeah, they're like 2.7.
I was buying 97 Nick Cross for like 2.1 coins per this morning.
Nice. Yeah,
I know it's a 97. I know it's odd, but like honestly, just to get that, like just to make sure I have enough space in the binder, I still have like a good chunk of like training.
Right. But I'd probably pull the trigger on 96s at like 200 flat. That's 1.8. I think that's good enough. I can load up a bunch. That's an even. It's a nice number for me to like just remember in my brain. You know what I mean?
I'll probably look and see eventually. But yeah, I'm hoping the market gets down there. Saturday's like the big day. We'll have 2 content drops, and then maybe AKA packs. Maybe 94s get really, really cheap, and that's a really good number. It's an even number. It should be involved in the team of the year set to some degree.
I'm really going to hold out hope that 90s go tonight or Monday night. Everything goes to 98s. I know it's before season 4 drops, but it is that same week. So I feel like that could be the week that we just get 98s to drop.
Let's see. One thing, and this is for the future. One investment that I was looking to make this weekend, and that was if we got 98 combine players, was if you were unaware, the 88 overall AKA guys and the 93 overall AKA guys, when we got that overall refresh.
Yes.
88 AKAs and 93 AKAs went up a ton. Like Ryan Jensen, 88 was going for 45K the day the overall got refreshed.
Yeah.
So whenever I see, now you said they might go to 98s on Monday. I'm hoping now at this point they still 97s, and then once we get 98s on Thursday,
invested in one last week.
Next week, look to buy the 89 AKAs and the 94 AKAs, especially on my guys like Teron Armstead, because it gets that little boost and stuff. And that's like something I was looking to do this weekend. But now we are gonna get one more week at 97. So I've already started to hoard. Like I have some Joe Burrows, some Max Crosby's and stuff. But those are something you can do.
Yeah, because every time that pack goes up, if chat doesn't understand why that happens, because the lower overall is no longer available in that pack.
Yeah, they can't be pulled in the packs or the rerolls. The only way you can get them, and it was a good set too. The 88 AKA set was really, really, really good for about 2 weeks. Yeah. And I'm sure the same thing will happen to the 89 overalls once we go to 90 overalls and 98 AKs. Right. That's something little you could look into.
You remember how much longer we have on AKs?
Oh, March 27th. Someone in my stream.
So we definitely will get 89.
The solos go till March 27th. So
I was gonna be like, are they almost done? I can't remember what the last day was.
And that'll be will be like right before Easter. So that makes sense.
Yeah, no timers on packs makes it a lot harder to predict when the overalls are going to jump. We used to see that 2 or 3 days ahead of time. But gents, I think that's all we got for this week. Unless you guys got anything else to add in, you want to top off with?
That's good with me.
No, good to go. All right, cool. Yeah,
Tuesday's gonna be a good show. Tuesday will be a really good show.
Yeah, back to normal schedule on Tuesday.
Tuesday will be fun.
We'll go ahead and recap. We'll probably have some news from TJ Tuesday morning. We'll get the weekly content broadcast from EA on Monday, so that'll give us a little bit of a heads up. If there's any kind of little special surprises on there, we will recap what we do all throughout the weekend, but you can always catch us all live on Twitch as we sit there and do it in front of everybody anyway, and let y'all just steal everything that we're trying to snipe. Never fails. Peeps in chat, appreciate you. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer. I'm sure Joe's gonna go fire up as he just woke up. Adam took a nap, so he's done for the day.
I'm
Adam's gotta take some dinner and relax. I gotta stay on and open up these packs and hopefully we get something not garbage. But gents, appreciate you guys. I'll catch up with you guys again on Tuesday, and I'll let you know when the video's uploaded.
Have a good one, everybody.
All right, see you guys.